Hi, so in this video series where we have been looking at functions or methods that either look similar or have a similar function in terms of what we can achieve from them, we are going to look at index versus find today. So both these methods are used to find the position of a substring in a given string. So what do I mean by that? So let's say we have a sentence that says this is awesome. Yeah, this is absolutely awesome, and we want to find the position of the word "aw" in this string. Now there are two ways to achieve this. One is to use find, which will return the position of the substring. So let me tell you that index and find both are built-in methods of the string object. So the way to invoke them is by calling it on the object. So I'm going to say sentence.find, and what do I want to find? I want to find the position of the word so let's see what happens. Okay, so it returned 8, which is the position of the first character of the word "aw" in this sentence. So if you actually count starting from 0, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you end up with 8 here, okay, which is A. So similarly, index also does the same thing. I hate this pop-up. So index also does the same thing. It returns the position of the word "aw" in the string. This is awesome. Now, so looking at this functionality, you might think, oh, this looks same, or it does the same thing, so I could use either of them. But it is not when the substring is found that it behaves differently. It's actually the case where a substring is not found that index and find behave differently. So what do I mean by that? So let's say if we have a word that is, we have good, and I want to use find. So I want to use find to find this word. So we know that it's not there, but let's see how Python interprets this. Okay, so I'm going to run this code. It returns -1. So here's the thing with find. If the substring is not found in the string, it's going to return -1. Okay, so let's see what index does. Oh, it raised a value error. So this is where you need to be really careful and understand how find and index behave. If you use find, it's going to return -1 if the string is not found. Whereas if you use index, then it's going to raise a value error. So when you use find, you need to explicitly handle this case. Then you say substring not found. Substring not found. Else you print the position of it. Okay, so this case will help you handle your condition when the substring is not found. So we have substring not found. So similarly, when you use index, since it raises a value error, you're not supposed to handle it this way, but instead you can use a try except block to handle this. And what do I mean by that? So I have to enclose this call within a try except block. And in case you haven't you aren't familiar with exception handling, please go through that. It's a really cool concept. So what I can do is, if an exception happens, then I can say substring not found. Whereas if the string is actually found, I'm just going to print the position of this. Pause. Yeah. So let me go run this code and you'll see why exactly try except block is useful. So because the word good is not found in this, there was an exception, and then it printed the substring is not found. So just to summarize what we saw today, we looked at two functions, index and find, which have very similar functionalities in terms of what they can achieve, which is they are used to find the position of a substring in a given string. So in this case we have this is awesome, and we want to find the word, say, good or aw. Both of them will return the position if the string is found, but if the string is not found, they behave differently. Find returns -1, whereas index raises a value error, and you need to handle these scenarios correctly in order to have a code that's not so buggy. Okay, thanks for watching this video.